morning. How are you? This is Marianne Grant, Life in Harmony podcast. Today is the first day of your life. It's important. What are you going to do with it? Remember, we need to clean up our head from yesterday, mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, emotionally, or sexually, so we can have a good day today and not carry that baggage over today. Remember, all we have is today. Yesterday's gone, and none of us have tomorrow. But here's the good news. If we take care of today, tomorrow will take care of itself. All right, I'm going to read the list. Sarcasm. Sarcasm is anger, emotions, bad attitude, enabling, people-pleasing, not able to say no, drugs, alcohol, pills, relationships, sex, lust, love, anger, rage, porn, controlling everybody around you but yourself, distractions everywhere. Then you have nothing but excuses. Gambling, work, working out, food addiction, binge TV, phone, podcasts, news, caffeine, surgeries, pain, being in a relationship with a man or a woman, and mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, emotionally, sexually abusing one another, and you may want to add to the list. Okay, today I want to talk about living with active addiction, how addiction starts. I'll start with my mother growing up and what the doctors did to her. That's why I have a very bad taste with doctors and how much we trust them. Because they're all they do is medicate and do surgeries, and they don't know anything about health. Again, health is an elective, down to nutrition. And like I said, 99.9% of everything we can heal through nutrition, movement, spirituality, faith, and something higher than ourselves. So when I was growing up, they gave her uppers and downers. I didn't realize my mom was addicted to pills for a long time. We now call that drug addiction, where before it was called prescriptions. I like how they worded it. It was very sweet. And we paid a big price. We took charge and got rid of the doctors and took my mom off all the pills and let her sleep for a year. Pill addiction is huge. It's a very hard addiction to get off of because literally you need a year to recover. We just told her to sleep for a year and we took over. So that's what my mom did, and we healed her. And in my own life, it all started out small and subtle, and next thing you know, we were full-blown drug addicted at night with cocaine in the 80s. It started out very innocently, always does, and next thing you know, it grabs you, and so many people think they can handle it. And again, I talked about my brother. It happened to my brother. And he was in the service. He served for 26 years. He was always there for my father. And something happened. He crossed the line, got into the heroin, and went to bed and stole my mom and dad's legacy with my sister, and ended up killing himself because he could not live with the guilt, with the shame, with everything, and he wouldn't reach out for help. I can go on and on and on. My son, Joey, I remember most of us are cross-addicted, by the way, too. That's why I read that list. My son, Joey, this past year, he called me yesterday crying, realizing he screwed up for a whole year. He got into the gambling, stopped drinking, and got into the gambling. Again, and a lot of people call it recreationally drinking. You could do a lot of damage after drink number 2 and start justifying number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6 like it's water. And so many people do this. This is and they're called social drinkers. Okay. So I'm going to talk about living with active addiction and how that hole is so big, and how most of us are cross-addicted, but when someone cleans up their life and their partner's still using, and that's what happened in my own life, I knew, because I was on my own for 3 years, I had the gift of prison, and truly it was a gift for me to learn how to stand on my own 2 feet And I did nothing but get positive things out of the experience with my children, with my family. Again, we could take anything bad that happens to us and make it into something phenomenally great. And that's what I did. And I learned that I don't need a man in my life and that I can handle the shit by myself. But I love being in a relationship and partnership, and family and relationships are phenomenal. And I'm going to fight for them to the end, because we just need to know how to do them, because together we're so much better. And this bullshit about raising kids single and this and that, it's terrible for the kids. It's terrible for the family. Don't let anybody tell you that it's so incredible, because it's not. We need a male. We need a female. We need it all. There's no such thing as the woman's better than the man. The man's better than the woman. We need everybody. So today, when you're living with somebody, this is about the accountability. Don't listen to their smooth words. For me, I had to leave because my ex-husband continued to relapse. And I saved my family, I saved my children and myself. And we have this incredible life because I made the stand. And it's not easy to make the stand. I was speaking to my sister, and she said most people stay in the unhealthy relationship because they don't have the courage or the balls to get out and do it on their own and to find a healthy partner. So when you do decide to stay, the consequences of, there's things that you will never get, and it's about accepting what you can and cannot get. And there's nothing wrong with staying if you live with active addiction, but you need to know that there is going to be an emptiness. You will be starved of love. There's things that you will never ever get. And that is a reality. So I want you to sit down and weigh and measure the pros and the cons of staying or leaving. It's neither one is right or wrong, but it's what you can live with. For me, I knew I'd end up killing my ex-husband and ending up in prison, because it's nothing more horrible than you living a clean life and your husband or wife coming home blasted and out of control. It's a very hard thing to digest, but there are people that can do it. The gifts of both of you being clean, the gifts just keep on coming, and that's the ideal relationship. And for me, I had a whole list of things that I needed to clean up. It was drugs, alcohol, sugar, white flour, anger, rage, control, my biological family, and my ex-husband, in that order. And I live a squeaky clean life with my husband now. I always say I went from the mafia life to the Brady Bunch world, and I love it. Doing the work is so worth it. And here's the other thing. What we're doing is cleaning up years and years, decades of dysfunction that we've been passed down from generation to generation. So don't be hard on yourself. Take one thing at a time, work on it, and you make the decision of what you can and cannot live with. It's nobody else's business. All right, remember, balance. Not too much of anything. Our kids, our partner, our play, our work. When we stay balanced, it's life in harmony. When we abuse ourselves, everyone we love is infected by it. You cheat yourself and everyone around you. The level of love and respect you give yourself, that is the level of love and respect you get in return. The goal for all of us is life in harmony. Our thinking can make or break us. That is why we have to check our thinking and attitude all day long. It has to be as natural as going to the bathroom, or else we get backed up. This, my friend, is the greatest gift you can give yourself. Remember, behind every breakdown, there's a breakthrough around the corner. People say, I want to help, be a part of taking care of the world. Here's the good news. If you truly take care of yourself all day and be a living example, that is taking care of the world. We all have gifts. We all have work to do. That is the true meaning of taking care of the world, doing your part. No exceptions. The answers lie inside of you. You smooth talkers, your words mean nothing. Your actions say everything. I'm going to read a beautiful saying on spirituality. Spirituality begins when you decide you will never stop trying. Spirituality is the commitment to go beyond no matter what it takes. It's an infinite journey based upon going beyond yourself every minute of every day for the rest of your life. If you're truly going beyond, you're always at your limits. You're never back in the comfort zone. A spiritual being feels as though they're always against the edge and they're constantly being pushed through it. One should view their spiritual work as learning to live life without stress, problems, fear, or melodrama. This path of using life to evolve, spirituality is truly the highest path. Trust the process. You must go through the darkest night in order to get to the infinite light. What we call darkness is really the blockage of light. The spiritual journey is one of constant transformation. To grow, you must give up the struggle to remain the same and to learn to embrace change. Discipline is freedom. The undisciplined mind is like an elephant. If left to blunder around out of control, it will wreak havoc. Eventually, you will realize that you cannot actually hurt yourself if you go beyond your psychological limits. If you're willing to just stand at the edge and keep walking, you will go beyond. You used to pull back when it got uncomfortable. It's okay to get uncomfortable. Keep moving forward. Keep saying no. Keep setting boundaries. Keep setting goals for you. Your self-worth, who you are. Be your own best friend. Go beyond where you were a minute ago by handling what's happening now. Imagine the peace that you could experience if you weren't constantly creating and defending your false self. Beautiful. You are worth it. Just take that stand and nothing to fear. All right. I'm going to read a part of my book. All right. Okay, I'm on aspirations, so I'm going to be reading, this is on 54, I'm going to be reading one aspiration a day and talk about why I wrote it. It's very short, they're very short sayings. Most of what we don't like in someone else is what we don't like in ourselves. Okay, so we're all very judgmental. It's kind of like when you were having a baby. I remember having my babies. I would look at everybody that had babies, and I was judging how they were doing their babies or looking at their babies. Or like if you're on a program and you're conscious of your stomach, or you're conscious of your ass, or you're conscious of how you work out, you're noticing and judging everybody around you, like who's working out, or what kind of ass you're looking for, or whatever it is, whatever wackadoodle things we do to be a better person or be competitive with ourselves. But judging and appraising, like I don't care what other people do, but I choose to say, okay, that's okay if you screw yourself up, if this is what you want to do, but I'm not going to be a part of it. And I've walked away from a lot of people. So it's not that I hate them. What I'm going to do is love them from afar. I'll say a prayer for them, but I do not want their energy and their poison around me, because I'm infected by that. We're all infected by other people's energy, and we attract that positive and negative energy. So it is true. We kind of like have to separate our energies of where we want to go. So this is a hard one. So I can say, I don't respect what you're doing, but I don't hate you. I've been there. I've done that. And I know people ran for me. My whole family, I was on my own. Everybody ran for me, and I got resourceful and got healthy people to help me to get to the other side, because I didn't like what I was doing. I didn't respect what I was doing. That's why I did all those courses. That's why I kicked ass. That's why I went to California and New York and continued to fight to understand, why do we do these crazy things? These beautiful people that I love, and they're destroying themselves. And this is everyday hardworking people. There's no more this stigma that it's the bum off the street. It's our counselors, it's our teachers, it's our doctors, it's the people we trust that are destroying and molesting children and seducing, and it's people in the family that are sexually doing sick shit. It's everyday, good-looking, dressed to the tens kind of people that are doing this. It's not the bums off the street. Those are the safe ones, the bums off the street. They won't harm you. It's the ones that look you straight in the eye, the narcissism, the don't flinch, and then come in for the kill. I had it in my own family. I have a sister that robbed me of all my gold and did it with entitlement. I had every dysfunction in my own family. We all have, none of us come from normalcy. We all come from some form of dysfunction. The level of how much you want to weigh and measure. I remember when I got married with my husband, I wanted to see all the character defects before I married him. I wasn't confused. I wanted to see what I could and could not live with and what we can work with. So when you choose a partner, there's certain things that you need to know before you get married. You need to know whether they want to have children. You need to know where their faith is, how strong they are, their integrity. Do they follow the virtues? These are all important questions, so you're not surprised when it gets tough, it gets hard. So when you have that solid, concrete foundation, you can make it through anything. And that's what it's about when you choose a partner. And then the two of you heal together. The two of you teach each other how to be better people. So when there's something you don't like in someone else, you need to look at why and then have a better understanding. Do I need to correct this inside of me, or do I need to pray for the other person and hope for them to get better? All right. Work on one thing at a time. Eventually, it will be a way of life. Don't do too much of anything. Balance is most important. Remember, do one of these for 30 days, and in 1 year, you've changed 12 things that you don't like about yourself. I am clean and clear of all diseases and negative thoughts. What's controlling you? I accept today where I am powerless. I have control where I have choices. I will reach out for help and use my tools today. I accept today and understand the only person I can change or regulate is myself. I will take time to hug and kiss my loved ones around me. I will show my partner today how much he or she is appreciated, needed, and loved. I will speak up for myself today. Be true to ourselves. The answers lie inside. Be a priority to yourself, and the rest will follow. Everything we do is a practice and a discipline to master what we want. I will take charge of my life today and realize I'm in charge of all my decisions. I will know when it's time to bow out and let go and trust the process. I will set realistic goals for myself. I will get 7 to 8 hours of sleep tonight. I will set healthy boundaries around myself today. I will not allow anybody to speak to me with disrespect. I will make a conscious effort to eat healthy meals. I will take my vitamins, food supplements today. I will drink 6 to 8 glasses of water today. I will be good to myself today. Whoever can see through all fear will always be safe. I will talk with someone I trust and respect and be honest with them. Accountability is the key. You cannot do it alone. We always lie to ourselves. I will trust and reach out to my higher power today. I will say thank you for everything that happens to me today, good or bad. I will not do anything to cause harm to myself or others today. I'm willing to change today. I will exercise today. I will pray for the well-being of myself and others today. I will write a list of all the things I want in a partner. If I become it, I will attract it. Discipline is freedom. Do 2 things a day I don't want to do to have a good day. Mine is always getting up early and doing my podcast, and I'm doing my workout, and I know the rest will follow in keeping my food clean. All right, if you want to reach me at createyourspirit@gmail.com, leave your number. I could talk to you about workshops, or if you want to order books, I'll sign them for you. If you want to learn about my services, lifeinharmonyonline.com. Again, leave your number. I'll go over my services. Remember, I'm doing my podcast 5 days a week. Please send it out to everybody you love and respect so we can all heal together. There's a colorful round button, and it says Al on it. Hit it, and that's where you hit subscribe. So many people can't find it. It's that colorful little button that says Al, and hit that. And start with podcast number 1, and the rest of the podcast, as I make them, will come to you. But there's order to receiving this information because it's a lot to receive. It's about learning everything you learned. It's like we have to relearn everything to live a healthy, clean, beautiful life. Remember, I want you to have a startling day today, and thank you for listening.